Hey, warriors. Okay, so I want to discuss something that, a lot of people, it comes across as mystical to a lot of people, but it is actually very deeply structural, you know, um, which is conscious entanglement. You've heard of quantum entanglement, um, two particles interact once, and even when separated, by distance, a change in one is reflected in the other. Okay, so through through a shared state. So let's remove, the physics mumbo jumbo, because consciousness works the same way. If we are not isolated, observers, if we are, phase nodes in a larger field, then consciousness isn't something we create. It's something that we uncover. Okay? Because entanglement doesn't require proximity. It requires coherence. So think about it. Okay? You walk you think of somebody, okay? And then they text you. It's happened to all of us. Okay, or you walk into a room, and you can sense the emotional tone without anybody saying anything. Or, you've shifted your internal state, and you watch the people around you subtly shift too. I've seen it in my own home with my awakening and my husband. Do you know what I mean? I saw it so much that I had to research it, because I thought that's what was happening, but I wasn't sure. But anyways, yeah, and that's what was happening. Okay, so that's not a coincidence. That's field interaction. Conscious entanglement is what happens, to when two awareness nodes stabilize at, a compatible frequency. Okay, so and this happens through resonance. But okay, so the thing is you don't just entangle with people. You entangle with ideas, with emotional states, with narratives, with collective current, that kind of thing. If you sit in fear long enough, you phase lock with fear-based systems. You know, if you sit in coherence long enough, you begin stabilizing coherence in others. Not because you're trying to, but because resonance propagates, which is really fucking cool, I think. This is why I'm constantly talking about your nervous system and why it matters so fucking much, especially right now. Why your internal state matters so much right now, because you are not isolated. You are broadcasting and receiving constantly, you know? And the more coherent you become, the more stable your signal is. So the more intentional your entanglement. Seriously. So let's right now think of someone that you care deeply about. You know, there's a shift, right? Whether it be like a warmth or there's some type of regulation, right? That's not your imagination, that's entanglement memory. Now think about somebody that, I don't know, triggers you, you know? Um notice notice how it activates you. You can notice the contraction, okay? That's also entanglement. You don't, it's just unresolved resonance still alive in the field, I guess. Conscious entanglement means becoming aware of what you are phase locking with. So, because whether you realize it or not, you are always entangled with something. So, I mean, seriously, what do you want to be entangled with? Do you want to be entangled with fucking coherence, or do you want to be entangled with fucking chaos? I mean, because those are really the two choices. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it. And the next phase of awakening is not about isolation. It is not about, detachment from humanity. So it's becoming, you know, precise with your entanglement, choosing resonance over reaction, stabilizing your internal field so that when you connect, you know, um you are either going to elevate coherence in the fucking system, or you, like I just said, or you are going to amplify a bunch of fucking noise. The you're not a closed system. You are an open harmonic node in a shared fucking field with all of us. So, I mean, and the more that people understand that, the more responsible your presence becomes. I mean, because entanglement is not something mystical like people want to fucking act like it is. It is very structural. And awareness is what makes it conscious. Okay? And right now, like I said, I can't stress enough how important it is for everybody else what you are entangled with. I love you.